Good evening and welcome to Bedford High Gym. Here on the campus of Bedford High School as we're ready to bring you Division I basketball action between the Bedford Bulldogs and the Central Little Green. How you doing? I'm Harry Kozlowski here with Corey Munster Tiger. And Corey, Bedford finally was able to break their 5 losing streak over the weekend. Timberlane Owls. Pretty decisive win. I think it was 72 to 40, 32-point victory margin, which was a little bit unexpected. But it was a night that, or an afternoon that Bedford seemed to find that scoring touch.
Yeah, that offensive outburst was a good one. They're going to have to try to duplicate that tonight against a tough Central team.
Now both teams have 3 wins. 3 and 4 are the Little Green. Bedford 3-6, and Central was riding its own losing streak for a while, that broken by a pair of games against Division II Manchester West. So we'll find out what kind of competition level they provide the Bulldogs. It could be a good opportunity for the Bulldogs to string together 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, starting lineups are announced here for first Central, and now Bedford is going to be announced. Looks like for Central we'll have number 2, Jason Gasana, number 4, Quillicott, 22, Jabari Dowell, number 23, Nathan Duvall, and I missed the 5th one. Not quite sure who that is. We can fill you in when we get started.
Actually, there was a roster change. 23 is Mao Baril, I believe. Let me just. No, you're right. 23 is Mauro Baril, and 24 is Nathan Duval. A little bit of confusion with the rosters here. And we'll tell you the Bedford starters in just a moment, right after the national anthem. And I believe starting for the Bedford Bulldogs, we've got Daniel Kuliza, Cam Ross, JT DeLacy, Dylan Kumbani, and did you get, I think it was it Andrew Sode, number 14?
I think Soden is lined up to come out there, the starting lineup. I think that's correct. And we apologize for that starting line. We got to get a new stats guy in, Harry. I don't know what the rosters are looking like here.
Well, I think we went and talked with the coach, Sudi Platt, and he informed us that the rosters that we had gotten were changed for the night, some roster number changes for Little Green. And we begin with Gasana on the inbound, gets it inside to Duval. Turnaround jumper, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it right back up. Actually, Mauro Baril.
Baril Mawa.
And a turnover.
Quick turnover, too.
And Mawa puts it up, misses it, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Little Green, so Bedford ball.
So full court man-to-man pressure here by the Little Green. As Bedford looks to handle this press. Get to their ball handlers.
High pass into Kumbani, gives it over to Cam Roberts, who brings it in. Now JT DeLacy over to Soden. He's driving. They get a hand on the ball and another turnover here. Gasana gets it, now leaves it for Mao. Mao driving against Kumbani. There's contact, and the runner is good. 4-0 Little Green.
Yeah, two strong moves there by Baril Mao, getting right to the rim. It's going to cause some problems for the Bedford defense down low.
Now Kuliza being watched by number 4, Quillicott, I should say. That's how you say his name. Now right back to Kuliza. Roberts loses the handle momentarily, picks it up. Now driving the lane, puts it up, and he gets the roll. It's good. Cam Roberts with 2.
Strong move by Roberts. Took it right into the chest of the defender there and got a good bounce off the backboard.
4-2 now. Little Green on top. Now a 3 by Gasana is good. First points for Gasana.
Little daylight, pulled the trigger. Why not?
Now Roberts hands it off to Kuliza behind the back dribble. Now he runs into 2 Little Green defenders. Drops it back to Roberts, who loses the handle, gets the ball back. But they're going to say that Roberts moved that pivot foot, and it's a travel. The ball will go over to the Little Green, who are leading 7-2 here with 6:12 to play in the first.
Yeah, really active defense by the Central Little Green here. Hands are in the passing lane, quick feet, moving around. They're making it tough for the Bedford offense to get settled.
Now Andrew Houghton dribbling the ball. Over to Dowell. Dowell up against Roberts.
That's great defense by Kumbani. Shifted over and drew the charge.
Yeah, Dowell went right into him. And Kumbani took the brunt of that. Earned himself a turnover there.
Full court man-to-man pressure again.
They get into Kumbani. He's got some room to get to the basket. Oh, and a foul right there. The dish off to Tegan Graham. He got fouled. Waiting to see who's that on. Is that on number 22? Is that on Dowell?
That's on Dowell. He picks up 2 quick ones with that offensive foul on the other end.
So that's going to send Graham to the line for a pair.
Yeah, Baril Mawa was there on the defensive end too. It looked like he got a lot of ball, but unfortunately Dowell got a lot of wrist, and therefore Graham goes to the line.
And Graham gets the first to drop. Had the right spin. Kind of hung on the rim for a bit. Now second attempt here. The shot is up. And nothing but net. 2 for 2. 7-4 now. Central up. Houghton brings it in. Pulls it over to Mao. Mao decides to shoot a 3 and gets it.
Got it.
7 points now for Baril Mao, leading the way for the Little Green. They're up 10-4.
He's been a problem for Bedford from the start.
Kuliza with a 3, and he nails it. Great answer, 10-7.
Yeah, really nice penetration there by JT DeLacy. Got in, split the 2 defenders, drew a defender, and spotted Kuliza on the outside for the 3.
Mao driving the bucket. The runner bounces, but nope. Rebound comes back to the Little Green. Montanez had it there momentarily. He loses it.
Scrappy play by DeLacy to pull up that loose ball there.
A dangerous throw in there that Kumbani was able to get a handle on, and they're going to call a foul. A shooting foul goes to Daniel Kaliza. Number 4 is the call. That's Quillicott. Oh, it's a non-shooting foul, so the inbound goes to Bedford. Kaliza gets it into Kumbani. He stops. He's moved the pivot foot. It'll be another turnover.
Yeah, 10-7. Tried to down jump stop low in the lane, just couldn't keep his balance.
So it's 10-7 now, 4:57 to play here in the first. Great action both ways here. And Gasana to Mawo. He drives. Goes a little too deep. Ball's loose. They get it back. Mawo up. No good. Fights. Gets a second try at it. That one no good as well. Now Houghton with the ball. He tries to put it up and finally draws a foul. And it's probably going to go on Keegan Graham here. Wait for the official sign.
DeLacy with the
reach there, DeLacy. Yeah.
So DeLacy gets the foul on a reach there. They're going to go to 2-3 zone defense on the inbounds.
So Mao puts it in. And here's number 4, Akot. His long 3, no good. Rebound goes to Houghton. Houghton gets it right back from Akot. Puts up the jumper from the foul line, and it's good.
A smooth touch there on the foul line jumper. The Bedford defense getting crushed on these offensive boards by the Little Green. They need to clean that up, box out, and secure those defensive rebounds.
Kaliza being watched there by Akot. Kumbani. He gets the ball tipped out of his hands, but Graham's able to control it. Now DeLacy, Baptiste on him, or Gasana. The shot rims out. Another chance there. They're going to say it was tipped by a central player, goes out of bounds.
A block shot there looked like by Houghton. And the Bedford Bulldogs are lucky they get this one back. So it looked like it went right out off of Teagan.
And they're going to say he. Mawo.
We're going to get wholesale substitutions by the Bulldogs. They're going to change up their lineup, see if the other 5 can have more success. So we have Ferrucci, O'Connell, Grodinskis, Zimmerman, and Galamaga all check in.
You know, it's interesting. Here's the drive now. And dishes it out to Alex Montanez, who puts it in. He's going to get a chance to add one to that. 14-7. Little Green up by 7. I was going to say, it's really interesting how Beryl Mao is the big guy on this Little Green squad, but he's playing outside. He's not, you'd think he'd be the center playing under the basket, but instead he's playing more like a guard. And one is good.
Yeah, we'll see if he starts to take advantage of his size and his athletic ability under the rim. But as you mentioned, he's been out around the perimeter.
And here's the long 3 by O'Connell. Oh, nowhere near. That's picked up by Ferrucci. Ferrucci gets it back. Now inside is Galamaga, puts it up. No good. And Mao gets the rebound. Here comes the Little Green. 3:14 to go here in the first. Into the pulls up, makes a pass, deflected, and taken away by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's a double dribble
another turnover here. Zimmerman kind of had the ball knocked out of his hands. A forced double dribble there.
So Bedford has retreated into a 2-3 zone. They're going to try to see if the central Little Green can beat them with outside shooting.
Now here's Castro's 3, no good. And a foul going against the Little Green here.
Looks like Bates is going to pick up a loose ball foul on over the back.
Number 15. And now the rebound. O'Connell bringing it in. He's got Mao on him. Tries to dish it inside to Grodinskis. Now goes back outside to Zimmerman for a 3. No good. Rebound to the Little Green.
Nice dish to Montanez on the cut to the hoop. And he'll finish it up.
17-7 now. Little Green are up by 10. Grodinskis over to O'Connell. He stops at the foul line, takes a shot, and it's good.
Yeah, so the Bulldogs are going to need to look for some backdoor cuts and some more ball fakes, as this aggressive central little green defense is really causing them problems right now. If you get a couple more back cuts, you might be 66.
Loses the handle. Zimmerman drives into the corner to Ferrucci. He pulls up. Now for O'Connell for three. It's good. 5 points for TJ O'Connell.
Nice ball movement there. Found the open shooter, and O'Connell was able to bury the open three.
40 seconds left in this quarter. Bailey over to Baptiste. His ball dropped out of his hands. He got it back. Now dish inside, back outside to Bailey. Tries a three, and it's good. Bailey
deep
with
one, deep one
back.
too. Jeez, 4 or 5 feet beyond the arc there.
25-14. There's 23 seconds to play. And here's the three by O'Connell that misses everything, and it's rebounded by the little green. Castro driving, decides to pull up at the foul line. Now dishes it to Baptiste, loses the ball, had it tipped out, and he stepped on the line. It's going to be out of bounds and a turnover for Little Green. Bedford gets the ball back with 6.3 seconds.
So an air ball on one end, but he gets back and makes a good defensive play by TJ O'Connell to cause that turnover.
Now O'Connell decides to drive the basket. Oh, he tried to get it out to Galamaga, but did it pretty late, and you could hear the buzzer went off before Galamaga even got his hands on the ball. So
I could hear a big slap on the hand up here before I heard the buzzer there. So the Little Green are lucky to.
They're up by 11, 25-14. A pretty hot period here for Central, hitting just about everything they put up.
Tough inside play by.
Just a quick rundown of the numbers here. I have Maez with 5 points, Mao with 7, Bates Bailey with 6, Angel Castro, Gasana with 3, right?
Checks out with me.
Okay.
And then on the Bedford side, yeah, sure. TJ O'Connell leads with 5 points after a 2 and a 3. You also have Kuliza with a 3. And then Cam Roberts, Tegan Graham, and Zimmerman all have 2.
A fairly foul-free period, too. Just 2 fouls on the Bulldogs, 4 on the Little Green. And the ball inbounds, Bedford with possession. Kuliza's back in. Zimmerman back to Kuliza for 3, and it's good. 6 points for Daniel Kuliza. Cuts it to 25-17.
All right, so Bedford switches their defense again. It looks like a 1-3-1 half-court trap, and Coach Lett's going to call a timeout because he didn't like the look of that defense. Not sure his offense was ready for an approach on that.
So while we got a moment here, we're going hockey comes your way tomorrow at about 3:45 in the afternoon. It's I guess the best of 3 series against Exeter Bluehawks. You know, a lot of teams had a bout because of hockey, and the Exeter folks are willing to play 3 games in a row, and I'm sure they're happier now because they've won the first 2 5-2 to 4 and 4-2. Those are the first two losses Bulldogs have seen. They got a third crack at the Blue Hawks tomorrow at Tri-Town Arena. We're going to have the action for you on Bedford 105.1 as well as BCTV. So make sure you catch that. Inbounds, Central, Castro with it. Gets inside to Amatovic, and it goes off the hand of Montanez. A turnover for Central. Bedford gets
a little
the ball
game
back.
strategy there with the game. Coach coming out on that 1-1. Let takes time out to adjust his offense, and then Coach Marino switched into a 3-2 defense as Coach Lett had probably just arranged to play for that 1-3-1.
Now a runner by Kuliza almost falls in, but doesn't. But he draws the foul anyway. He'll go to the line for 2.
Again, a strong move by Kuliza to get to the rim. Almost got the fall. But he'll go to the line for 2.
He's got 6 already. Trying to add to that, trying to cut this 8-point Central lead. 25-17 right now. And he cuts that one down. Good shot. Now we've got some changes here. Houghton is back in.
Baptiste and Adamovic go to the Amatovic, go to the bench.
And the second shot by Kuliza is good as well. 25-19, Bedford with 6.
And they go back there 1-3-1 defense and then half court. They get a turnover quickly.
Nice pocket pick there by O'Connell, but they get it right back. Houghton gets it over to Mao. Way outside, back to Houghton. Just the back and forth now. Houghton gets it back. Waits, back to Mao. Now back to Houghton. His shot for 2. A little bunny jumper is good. Houghton with 4.
That was a good mid-range jumper by Houghton. Took a step. Now JT DeLacy cranks one up. Can't hit it.
Rebound goes to Central. Castro up to Montanez.
I think he traveled. He sure did.
They're going to wave that off?
Yeah, he traveled before he was able to get that shot off. So the trailing referee saw him take an extra step.
That pass might have been handcuffed a little bit. So 6:32 to go here in the half. The 6-point lead for the Little Green. Now there's Kuliza with the runner. No good.
Ooh.
And rebound goes off. Andrew Zimmerman. The ball will go over to the Little Green.
Tough pick there for Zimmerman. He's in position, gets a really good jump on the ball, but brings it down, dribbles it off his own foot, out of bounds. So Central's able to get the ball on that turnover.
So Dowell inbounds it to Houghton. Castro with it again. Back to Houghton. Mao.
So they're looking to trap in the corners here on this defense, if they can.
Quick inside to Montanez. Ball knocked out by Bedford. It'll stay with the Little Green. We're at the 6-minute mark here of the half.
Given these different defensive looks for the Green to try to disrupt their offensive flow as they have 27 points here. Still 6 minutes to go in the first half.
Now Quillicott is in. Castro with it on the inbound. Being watched by Kuliza. Gets it over to Houghton.
Now they've switched to that 2-3 as it was a baseline inbounds.
Castro
they're going to trap.
Caught in the corner. This is going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow looks like it goes to Central.
Coach Lett takes another timeout.
Now, usually they want both sides to have both hands on the ball. I don't know if that was the case there with that last look at the player on the ball.
Scramble there down by the baseline. It's tough to see from here, way up in the stands. I mean, what are we, about half a mile away from the court here?
No, it's not like quite the promenade at the Garden.
All right. I was thinking it was more like Johnny Moe sitting courtside above the Garden, but no, I couldn't quite tell from where we were sitting if the Little Green had a hand or two on it, but the referees were standing right there and felt as a dead ball. So possession arrow points to the Little Green.
I thought DeLacy was in the process of pulling the ball away from him at the end there.
Sure.
But, some referees call a jump really fast. There's wait a while to see how it develops.
And now Bedford has come out in a man-to-man defense, so they've switched again.
trying to counteract the timeout that the Central Little Green are taking. Castro, one-on-one against DeLacy. He puts up a jumper, no good. And they're going to say a push here.
Not quite sure I saw that. They're going to call Zimmerman on a push down low. And that's
the
seems
second.
a little sketchy.
So inbounds to Castro. He pulls up 3. Rims out. McDowell, or Dowell chases it down. Houghton with it. Back to Dowell.
Good.
He hits a hand there. And both teams driving for the possession in the Bedford end. They're going to call a foul here. Got to be on Houghton.
Yeah, Houghton's going to pick that up. Good scramble. TJ O'Connell saw that pass coming, anticipated, got a good jump on it. And the two of them were rushing down the opposite side. Houghton with a push.
Now the inbounds to DeLacy. Here's Lafferty's shot. Gets it to Kaliza for 3. That one no good. Rebound goes off a leg, and the ball turns over to Central with 5 to play.
Yeah, Cam Roberts again. They're in position for that offensive rebound, and it just bounces off his foot.
Now Castro to Beryl Mao. Into the corner for Houghton. He pulls up.
Wow.
And they're going to say a travel?
No, it's an offensive foul there on Houghton. He extended his left elbow, got the chicken wing out, pushed off the defender. It looked like a little bit of a ticky-tack call, but I could see it from here why the referee blew his whistle.
Yeah, I was going to say, it didn't really look like much contact.
It's just when he extended that elbow out, made room for himself. That's when the referee saw it and decided to blow the whistle.
And now on the inbound, Jabari Dowell gets a hand on it and knocks it out of bounds. So Bedford gets another chance here on the inbound. Lafferty gets it to Kumbani. Now Lafferty has it again. Dylan Lafferty up against Mao. Oh, and he gets run into by Castro. That should be a foul, and it is.
Yeah, Castro's going to pick up that foul.
And that's going to put Bedford into the bonus, so it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Dylan Lafferty. Just under 5 to play, 4:47 to be exact. It's 27-19. Central's led the whole way.
It's been quiet scoring on both sides the last 2 minutes of gameplay or so.
And Lafferty gets first. He'll get a second.
As Bedford has been changing up their defense, and the Little Green have been staying with their man-to-man, but Bedford has not necessarily been able to crack it.
Lafferty 2 for 2 makes it a 6-point game, 27-21. Little Green up. Now Bailey. His pass intercepted. DeLacy driving the basket. Gets it to Kaliza, takes the away jumper, and it's good.
Hey, good turnaround by Kaliza. DeLacy kind of handcuffed him, gave him the ball way under the backboard, but Kaliza made a nice pivot away and got that fall-away jumper.
And Kaliza's got 10 points now.
2-3 zone for Bedford.
Inside to Beryl Mao. His good layup,
forward.
No good.
Kumbani with that defensive board now runs the court.
And yeah, great dish to Cam Roberts, but he couldn't control it, let it go out of bounds.
That was a great dish. Nice bounce pass across the lane from right to left. Roberts was cutting, but correct pass. Although it was a good pass.
Would have been a great opportunity to get it within 2. We're at the 4-minute mark now. Now Baptiste.
Good hand.
To Quill Akot.
Andrew Soden with a nice hand on defense.
His pass was blocked, and Bedford gets control here. And a great timeout there by Coach Moreno. He saw his guy on the floor with the ball, and before a travel could be called, he calls a timeout.
A couple of good coaching moves by Coach Moreno here with the defense switching around and a couple of strategic plays and then a heads-up call on the timeout there to retain that possession. So 3:52 left here in the first half, and it's 27-23.
And the Bulldogs have been chipping away at that lead. They had been down by as many as 10, but they're getting closer and closer here. And they, like I said, that dish to Cam Roberts was an opportunity to get it down to at least a 2-point game.
Yeah, we're going to look for some more ball fakes and backdoor cuts from the Bedford offense to see if they can create a couple of easy opportunities for themselves on the offensive end. Again, Central comes out in a full court man-to-man pressure.
And the inbound, JT DeLacy tries to find an open man, gets it to Kumbani, but it goes off his hands. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Bates Bailey, making contact with Kumbani. And that's another one. That's foul number 9. So another one-on-one opportunity here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Coach Lett cannot be happy with that one. That's way away from the hoop. That's his second foul. So he's going to go to the bench. Montanez comes back in for Bates Bailey. And it sends Kumbani to the line for a front end of 1-on-1.
First shot by Kumbani is good. 27-24. Lafferty goes to the bench for Bedford. And Grudinskis comes back in. Now here's Kumbani's second shot. And that one rims away. It goes off of who?
Yeah, that's
Central player. Goes off of Montanez.
Soden down there mixing it up and gets the call, and the ball goes off of Montanez. So Bedford gets another shot at it.
Into Kumbani. He seems to be the favorite target. He goes inside along the baseline. Draws 2.
There you go.
Doesn't lay it up, but it's going to get a pair of foul shots here.
Yeah, Montanez picks up the foul on the hit. And Kumbani goes back to the line for 2. Crafty play right there. He faked the handoff, got Montanez to shift his body weight towards his right, and Kumbani cut along the baseline.
Now Kumbani's shot is good. Gets the Bulldogs within 2 here, 27-25. As we mentioned, they've been slowly fighting their way back into this game.
Chipping away, Harry.
Oh, and the second one just rims out.
But DeLacy gets the offensive board and turns it right over.
Montanez goes all the way to the bucket, and lays it in. So a quick turnaround there for Montanez. Now
another turnover.
Baptiste gets it into the corner. Akot's read's no good. Ball's loose on the floor. Kumbani has it. He's able to get it to his teammate, Sodden. And now JT DeLacy for Bedford. Grudinskis at the foul line. Tries to dish it inside to Soden. And they're going to say an offensive foul or a travel?
Travel. I'm not sure I saw that travel, but there was a jump stop right there at the elbow, the right elbow. And the offside official thought that he took an extra step.
So 3-minute mark, 29-25 here.
Ooh.
Pass is
DeLacy
intercepted.
with a steal.
DeLacy pulls up, no good. Loose ball on the ground, finally picked up by Montanez. Now here's Akot. And Akot puts it off the backboard and in, 31-25.
Some scrappy plays right here in the last minute of play or so. With 2:45 left in the half, but the last minute of gameplay has been up-tempo and a lot of turnovers and transition-type buckets.
Cam Roberts gets it up to DeLacy, tries 3 and gets it. 31-28. Little Green still in the lead. Quillicott to Gasana. Back to Akot. His 3 attempt rims out, but the Green get it back. Now Baptiste to Akot. Into the corner for Mao or Baptiste. His 3 no good now. Quick takeaway there by Akot, and that goes in for 2.
That goes back to defensive rebounding. The Bulldogs were struggling with that early on.
And a 3 from Cam Roberts.
He didn't quite trust it. He went right after it. Although your coaches always say follow your shot, he went right after it.
So 145 here. Another 3, too short. But Central with the rebound, no good. The rebound by Soden goes off of his hands. I know they're going to give it to Bedford. Okay, they said it was knocked out of Soden's hands. So now with 1:37 to play in the half, DeLacy gets it to Cam Roberts. He gets it over to DeLacy. Now Kaliza driving to the basket, inside to Soden. Soden up and good.
You got a tie ball game now, Harry. 33-33. Good effort by Bedford to chip away and now tie it with 1:20 left in the first half.
Gasana Inside to Dowell. He takes a turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound there by Akot, and he puts it in.
Two Bedford defenders fell down. It looked like they tripped over each other, unfortunately, and Cott had pretty easy deuce there.
Gradinsky to Cam Roberts. He's got Montanez all over him. JT Lacey with a cot guarding him. Goes to the bucket and
Nice
good.
play.
He gets the and one. An opportunity now for the Bulldogs to take their first lead. Tied up at 35 with 50.9 seconds to play in the first half.
Sweet play by JT DeLacy there. Round the back with his right, back over to his left, drove right down the lane, got to the rim, took the hit, finished anyway, and now tries to complete the three-point play to, dare I say, go up by 1 point.
Tegan Graham takes a seat, or is in the game, I should say. Andrew Soden takes a spot on the bench. The and one gets the roll, and it's good. So Bedford with their first lead. They're up 36-35. 50.9 to play. Let's see what kind of defense they come up with here.
Back in their 2-3.
Into Baptiste. Brings it into Bedford play. Inside there to Houghton. Back to Houghton. Now to Mao up top. He's being watched by Gradinskas. Houghton over to Baptiste. Makes the juke. Gets it to Houghton. Now outside to Mao. His three attempt block, but Houghton gets the rebound. Throws it outside to Baptiste. Baptiste for three, and it's good.
Tough scramble there. Bedford defense got a good block, had a loose ball situation, and then they were scrambling. Unfortunately, they left was that Baptiste?
Bulldogs have 10 seconds here. A drive by Ferrucci is no good. Now here come the little green the other way. Houghton pulls up for two. Off the backboard, no good. And the buzzer ends the first half. So pretty exciting play here between the little green and Bedford, but that late three gives the Central a 2-point lead going into half.
Yeah, some good scrambles there. Good defensive strategy going back and forth. Defense on both sides was aggressive, causing some turnovers. We saw Bedford struggle a few different occasions trying to get those defensive boards, but on the whole, they have to be pleased with getting out of that 10-point hole.
We're going to take a little break here. We'll be back in about 9 minutes, and we'll also catch up on scoring action and other things in just a few minutes. You're watching Central and Bedford basketball here on BCTV and listening to it on Bedford 105.1. We're back here at Bedford Gymnasium. 38-36 is the score. Little Green up by 2. Quick rundown of the scoring that we have so far. Corey, shall I do the Bedford scores?
Have at it, sir.
Daniel Kaliza leading the way for the Bulldogs with 10. Cam Roberts with 5. JT DeLacy with 6. TJ O'Connell checks in with 5. Andrew Soden, Dylan Lafferty, Tegan Graham, Dylan Kumbani, all with 2, as well as Andrew Zimmerman with 2.
On the Central Little Green side, there's a relative good balance with their scoring, as Alex Montanez has 7, along with Will also with 7. 3 players with 6 points. That's Quill Akot, Bates Bailey, and Jason Kasana, all with 6. Although we're confused a little bit, there could be one of these 3-pointers that could have been a 2-pointer, so it could be 5. Also, Andrew Houghton had 4, and Angel Castro had a 3-pointer. So that wraps up Little Green scoring. Again, they're ahead by 2 points entering the second half, and Bedford really needs to be pretty pleased with that. Aside from the first 3 or 4 minutes of gameplay, pretty pleased with the first half performance, digging out from a 10-point deficit.
Yeah, the Central Little Green shooting hot early and getting some timely turnovers, jumped up to a 10-point lead there. But Bedford, just got themselves back in it here in the second quarter. They were able to take the lead 36-35, and if it wasn't for a late 3, they might still be holding on to the lead. But only down 2, and they're in a good place right now for this game to come back.
Their defense has been solid. They've been switching up their look. They played some man-to-man half-court. They played some 2-3 zone. They switched into a 1-3-1 half-court trap. Even showed a 3-2 defense at one point. So a number of different looks on their defensive side. Central has been playing mostly a man-to-man, a really aggressive man-to-man full court, putting press all the way back as Bedford pulls it out from the out of bounds after a made basket. And it has caused a few turnovers here and there for Bedford. So
yeah, I was going to say it was interesting that they go to the press so early. It takes a lot out of a team to play that kind of press all game long, but they're doing that a lot. They're turning it on and off, but they're catching the Bulldogs by surprise at times with that pressure. And I noticed too that the go-to inbound player that Bedford's been going to is Dylan Kumbani. He's
right.
Their biggest target. They usually put the ball up high. He has a good elevation. He gets up and gets the ball, and every once in a while he'll catch a foul from somebody from Central running into his back.
Absolutely. As Bedford comes, they'll inbound. I'll have the call in the second half as JT DeLacy inbounds to Danny Kaliza. O'Connell, Zimmerman, and Kumbani round out your 5 for Bedford. DeLacy drives right. He finds O'Connell deep in the left corner, shoots a 3 but can't find it. Burrell Mawo comes around with the rebound. Drives down, finds Quick Akot. Back to Mawo. Back to Akot. He finds Kasana. Akot drives 2, but TJ O'Connell gets a hand and it gets a turnover. Drives lefty, gets the finish, and it's a tie ball game again.
Yeah, O'Connell had to get the ball over Akot's hands, who was playing some tight defense there.
Used his offhand to finish in transition. Got it to fall. Bedford back in their 2-2-3 defense zone as Mawo handles out top. Drives left-handed, finds Dowell, top of the key. Check there by Kuliza.
Yeah, Kuliza's definitely trying to get as close as he can without getting a foul.
Over to Kasana, then out to Houghton. Over to Mawo, takes a deep 3, gets nothing. Air ball out of bounds, and Bedford will bring it in.
Good defensive pressure there by Dan Kuliza.
Full court man-to-man defense again. Inbound to their bigs coming back to help as Zimmerman comes back. Kuliza sees a little daylight, decides not to pull the trigger. Over to DeLacy, back to Kuliza. Zimmerman. Again, man-to-man defense here by the Little Green. They've been staying in that pretty much all evening. DeLacy. Zimmerman had a nice pick from O'Connell, but couldn't pull the trigger. A good hand by Akot. Gets the ball away from Kumbani, who gets the ball hand in again. Stops the break, but it does go out of bounds off of Kumbani.
Yeah, the ball way out in front of Combine, too far for him to corral it and get possession back. So it goes back to the little green.
2-3, imbalance to Houghton. Tie ball game, 38-38. Early action in the third quarter. Kasana finds itself open for a three. Misses, but Houghton gets the rebound.
And Kumbani gets a hand to knock the ball out of bounds there. The pass intended for Mao.
And we're back to square one with the little green inbounding from under the hoop. Quillicott into Kasana. Back to Akot. He dribbles out to the top. Over to Mawa. Finds Dowell. Back to Akot. Cutting. Scramble there by the elbow.
He was surrounded by Bedford players, still managed to get the ball out.
Drive there by Dowell. Can't quite get it up to the rim, but the ball is going to go off of Bedford.
Soden had possession there. He couldn't corral the ball. Instead, it goes out of bounds. Missed opportunity there for a turnover.
I think that's Zimmerman in there at this point, 24, not 14.
Nope, you're right.
Mawo for three in the corner, finds it. That's his 10th point on the evening. And the little green go up 41-38. As Kaliza comes back, he gets rejected by Mawo. Mawo pivots out of pressure, brings it up, finds Dow stepping on the line. Can't get that to go, but Kaliza's going to pick up a loose ball foul as he pushed Houghton out of the way on that defensive rebound opportunity. It's good hustle by the guard, trying to secure that defensive rebound, but he's going to pick up that foul. His first on the evening. Houghton looks deep from three, drives lefty, a strong hand. Tough off-balance shot, can't get the bounce. O'Connell into the front court. Backdoor cut by DeLacy, won't go. Kaliza cuts, gets to the foul line, strong off the backboard. And the little green come away with the rebound. Mao, now to Gasana. Drives right. Dish to Mao. Into the corner for Dowell. Back up top. And Coach Lett wants a timeout. He didn't like how his offense was setting up. So 4:48 left in the third quarter, 41-38. The Little Green hold a 3-point lead over the Bedford Bulldogs.
Don't forget hockey action on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Tomorrow afternoon, 3:45 will be at Tri-Town Arena as the Bulldogs get their third crack at trying to solve the Exeter Blue Hawks. Played them twice already and lost both by margins of 5-2 and 4-2. We'll see if they can at least get one win out of that. The only two losses of the year are courtesy of the Blue Hawks. Bring that to you tomorrow here on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
What's the Exeter team doing to the Bulldogs? What are they finding?
Just a really effective forecheck. Really not giving Bedford any room to operate.
Pressure on the Blue Liners as they're coming out of the zone?
Yeah, forcing a lot of turnovers and getting some good shots, too. They had the Bulldogs had actually started their backup goaltender, Matt Desmond, in the first loss last Saturday. And Desmond played well, but they were all over him. But then they went back to Shea Guimont for Wednesday's game over in Exeter at the rinks at Exeter, and pretty much the same story. So I would imagine Guimont will get the start again tomorrow.
Well, we're back here with basketball action. Good luck to the Bedford Bulldog hockey game, or hockey team, excuse me. Central is looking to solve the Bedford defense here, the 2-3 zone, as they overload and look for cutters. Akot misses the rebound, back to Akot, and he'll solve the defense there for his 8th point of the evening.
Yeah, he just stayed with it and got his own rebound back, put it off the glass.
And we're back to strong pressure defense, and they'll get a turnover. And Mawo is going to finish in transition for his 12th point, and it's quickly out to a 7-point lead for the Little Green.
Yeah, tough turnover there for Bedford. In a pass inside to Kumbani, couldn't control it, went off his hands, and it resulted in a fast break the other way.
And again, they gave up an offensive rebound to the Green. Got with it, missed the first in, but got the rebound and put it right back in on the previous. So a quick 4 points pushes the lead to 45-38.
Yeah, I think Moreno wanted to out to get his team settled down. Don't want this to get back out out of hand like it did in the first half, where they built up a double-digit lead here.
Exactly. So we'll see what Coach Moreno does out of the timeout. Looks like he's not really setting up a play. He's just more talking through his players and their mindset and how they're approaching this. Full court defense by the Manchester Central team. O'Connell will inbound.
Another full court press here.
We have Kuliza and DeLacy looking to make some picks and cuts. Kambani comes down to help, gets the inbound pass, and O'Connell will get it back. Gets to the foul line. Left elbow, back to Kuliza and over to Zimmerman. Again, ball fakes and backdoor cuts. We'll see if the Bedford team can do that. Some picks inside.
Nice one.
Nice move by Kambani, and he'll finish for his 4th point.
And his first bucket.
Good way to stem the offensive push by the Green. Now Houghton into Dowell at the foul line. It's a great place to attack that 2-3. Akot takes the 3 but can't get it to go. O'Connell with the defensive rebound. DeLacy into the front court. Nobody's going to stop him, so he'll get 2 on a drive to the rim. He now has 8.
Bedford within 3 now, 3:18 to play in the third.
45-42. Gasana finds a cot, at the top of the key. Down to Houghton, deep right corner. Gasana over to Akot, being patient. They're going to look for Dowell on the foul line. He finds it. Back out. And Quill Akot buries a 3. So you're going to see that little Green offense trying to get to that foul line. When they do get it in the foul line, the defense collapses, and therefore your perimeter shooters open up.
Akot's got 11 for him now.
DeLacy gets a little lucky on that pass. Little step back by O'Connell. Nice stroke there for his 9th point. 48-44, 4-point lead for Little Green. Mao. Little confusion there with Houghton. He'll dribble right-handed to the right side. Wow. Tough pass looking for Mao, who had position underneath, but that pass was too tall for him.
Burrell Mao is a big guy, but not that big.
And he could jump high, but not that high.
And he was gesturing to Houghton there after that throw.
So DeLacy into O'Connell and back to DeLacy. He'll bring it in, and we're going to have an off-ball foul. Looks like Dowell was restricting movement on Soden down low. So Dowell picks up his 3rd, I believe. And O'Connell will inbounds.
Only 1 foul on each team in this second half, so
quiet with the whistles so
yeah.
far, yeah. Montanez will come in for Dowell, as Coach Lett doesn't want him to pick up an early 4th foul. Some picks here. Kuliza gets open down low. Finds Cam Roberts. Back to O'Connell. Little spin, drive. Soden gets hammered down low, and he'll go to the line as Mao came over for help defense and a lot of ball and even more arm.
I think that's Mao's 3rd as well. Is it? Nope, they only have him down for 1.
1, yeah.
Okay. I thought he had gotten 2 in the first.
So Soden goes to the line for 2. Bounce, bounce. First is good. 3 points now for Soden. He'll take another couple bounces. True it up. A little short, but he gets the roll. Soden good on both. He has 4 now. 2 minutes to go. 48-46. Little Green hold a 2-point lead. Angel Castro, nice no-look pass down low for Montanez. Wow, that was crafty. Cam Roberts now dishes to O'Connell. He'll pull for 3. It's up, no good. A little strong. Roberts chases down the offensive board. Kuliza looks. Had a little bit of air. Didn't take the shot. Cam Roberts will, though, from the same spot. Off. But Soden gets the offensive board. He'll go up. Get a couple bounces and won't go. Mao pulls it down. Geez, that looked like a jump ball, but I think we're going to have a foul called on Andrew Soden. That's a tough call right there.
Yeah, especially after all the offensive rebounds Bedford was able to get. The lid was nailed on the bucket. Couldn't get one to fall. Now they're trailing by 4 here with 1:22 to play in the third.
Soden picks up his first foul on a somewhat iffy call. Looked again like it was a jump ball, but the reach was called. Mawo and Akat go to the bench. And we have Amatovic and Bates Bailey in.
Baptiste in there too.
As Baptiste and Castro makes a turnover there. He's just looking to make a cross-court pass. Good dish for O'Connell as he gets it to Lacey for an easy lay-in right in the middle of the lane. 10 points now for DeLacy. It's a 2-point game. The Little Green 50, the Bulldogs 48. 52 seconds left now in the third quarter. Castro drives, but good defense by Kuliza, harassing him. Cross-court pass to Bailey. Wow. The bank is open tonight, apparently. That's his third 3 of the night. He has 9. And that's a tough break for Bedford, as I am sure that he was not going for a bank shot there. Cam Roberts short on a 3. Kuliza with the rebound, 20 seconds left. Finds DeLacy. DeLacy pulls. No good. Kuliza scraps for the rebound. 15 now. O'Connell settles. Now 10.
Bedford's got time to reset.
You hear the crowd counting down. 6 to go. Kuliza gets to his left, into the lane. Nice little left-hand runner. Can't get it to go, and that'll end the third quarter as the Manchester Central Little Green lead by 5, 53-48 over the Bedford Bulldogs.
Again, can't get that ball to drop. They had a number of offensive rebounds in the last 2 possessions. Couldn't get any points out of them.
Good scramble there at the end, though. Good hustle by them, getting their hands on several offensive rebounds. Found some open shooters, but as you mentioned, none of those.
You could see on the bench was where he was directing some of his players to who was open to get the ball to there.
Sure, helping out with some direction. We'll head to the fourth quarter and a 5-point lead with the Little Green. Their man-to-man pressure has been solid all night. They've forced a lot of turnovers. They were failing on the defensive rebounding glass there, as Bedford was cleaning up a few extra.
If they can just get a few in the drop, they might have a chance to tie things up. Pretty competitive game for the most part. It's just when their shots stop falling is when Central has a chance to build on that lead. They have a 5-point lead right now with to play.
The phrase all the time, a make or miss league. We're seeing right here tonight. Of course, that's at the NBA level. I'm not quite sure we're on the same par, but we'll go here with Bates Bailey inbounding the ball. Baptiste and Castro, Montanez and Houghton will make out the Little Green 5. As Bedford looks like they're in a 3-2 now. And they have DeLacy, O'Connell, Kuliza, Roberts, and Soden. And Montanez was at the foul line, looked to get an inbound. And there was a little bit of a scramble. Soden had the ball, but it gets poked away, and it's back to the Little Green.
Yeah, too bad. Great anticipation there to cause the turnover, only to give it right back.
So they're going to look for that entry pass into Montanez at this point, who's hanging out at the free throw line, high post. Castro to his left hand. He'll foul on JT DeLacy.
Yeah, City Led was complaining to the officials that they missed one earlier, but they got that second one. Only 13 foul on Bedford right now.
Kind of a tic-tac call there. Castro did the classic, throw his head back and try to get the call, and it worked there. And a scramble down low. Soden comes away with the ball, but turns it over. And Baptiste is the benefactor as he gets a lay. 55-48.
Yeah, that was a case where they couldn't find anybody to get the ball to.
There's the backdoor cut that you need, and it creates offensive opportunities, but Soden can't get it to fall on the dish from DeLacy, but O'Connell comes away with the steal. Kuliza now gets to his right hand, and he'll pick up a foul on Bailey, his third.
And that was a hard foul, too, on Kuliza.
Good, strong move by Kuliza, getting across the lane, trying to get the and one. Didn't get the ball to fall, but he'll go to the line for 2 as he shakes off a little bit of a tough fall on his left arm. Takes a deep breath, shrugs his shoulders, a couple bounces, goes up, and he misses the front end.
Going nice cold here in this fourth quarter.
Some substitutions now. Zimmerman and Kambani come in for Soden and Roberts. And
Akkad and Mao back in for Central.
Houghton and Bailey will take a seat. Kuliza gets to the line for his second. 2 bounces. And he's short on the second, so misses both. And the lead stays 7 for the Little Green. Castro fakes, bounces to his right, but he'll miss. Kambani comes away with the defensive board. O'Connell deep into the corner. Finds Kuliza, who looks inside for Zimmerman. It goes right through his hands. So the Little Green will come back now. 6:30 left. Little Green lead by 7. Now there's a turnover by Castro. Zimmerman pushes the boards, or excuse me, pushes the offense. O'Connell with the right hand takes a foul from Akkad. And he'll go to the line for an and one. Again, shielding the ball nicely. We saw him do that with his left hand. Now back to his right hand. He has 11 now and a chance to make it 12 on the and one. Couple of bounces. It's up.
Good.
And that is true. O'Connell with 12. And it's 55-51. Back to a 4-point deficit. Montanez inside as they swing it around. Montanez finds Mao. He'll pull for 3. That's going to be, again, a bank. Those are tough ones right there. Your defense plays well, forces a visibly bad shot, but the backboard helps out. O'Connell dishes. Zimmerman to Kambani. Drives hard, gets stripped there. Now it's in transition here. Montanez finds a cot over to Gasana, who lays it in for 2. 8 points now for Gasana. It's back to a 9-point lead. 2 tough shots there. First on transition, 3-pointer, but O'Connell comes back with a 3 and pulls them back to within 6. That's a big shot right there by O'Connell as Mao hit the bank. Gasana hit the 2 to go up by 9. Back to Akkad. He misses the 3. Kambani pulls down the board. O'Connell gets into the front court. Finds himself in trouble, but dishes over to DeLacy. Back to O'Connell. Yeah, they reset the offense. That's a tough pass right there.
Montanez anticipated that.
Oh, good hustle by Kambani, but nobody else is back there to help out.
Akkad puts it back.
Akkad puts that back, his 13th point. And Gasano will pick up a foul in the backcourt there. They had some chances there. It's 8-point lead now, 62-54, 4:42 left in the game. A couple of scrambles, you go one way or another there. The guards changed positions. Kambani comes down, and he'll pick up a foul on Houghton, his 3rd.
That's the second time an inbound's drawn a foul like that. 16 fouls on Central, 1 more. Bedford goes into the 1-1.
This time easily into O'Connell. He's checked by Baptiste. Over to DeLacy in the corner for Kuliza. Kuliza finds Zimmerman. Over to Kambani.
He's got Mao all over him.
Kambani to DeLacy. Drives hard. He'll draw a foul on the floor. Looks like it's Gasana will pick up the foul, his 2nd. And it's 1-1.
Right, they're in the bonus now.
So DeLacy will go to the line for a front end of a 1-1. That could be an item to watch there, too. As the Little Green defense has been aggressive, they've fouled a decent amount. Bedford got to the 1-1 in the first half as DeLacy hits the first of the 1-1. So he will earn a 2nd. 11 points now on the evening for DeLacy. Steps in, takes the bounce. His 2nd is going to rattle in. 12 points for DeLacy, 62-56, 6-point lead. And DeLacy makes a defensive play on the other end. Nice job by him.
Great block on a caught there.
O'Connell back to DeLacy. Kuliza, excuse me. Now backdoor cut by O'Connell. Doesn't get the whistle. Throws up a prayer. Kambani trying for the offensive board. Can't get it to go, but there's a defensive turnover right there. Excuse me. Offensive turnover. Kuliza did not establish himself in the front court, and they're going to get a backcourt violation. Tough call right there.
That was a tough break because that was a really good hustle there to get the ball back.
6-point deficit there, and they caused the turnover, but then make a turnover of their own. Castro, that's going to be offensive.
Yeah.
So he'll pick up his second. Very nice job by Zimmerman to step in and take that shoulder right in the chest.
And he absorbed it pretty well, didn't he?
That's a big play right there. 3:39 left, 6-point lead for the Little Green. Kambani comes down for the inbounds pass. He finds Kuliza, and they'll settle up their offense. And you have Mao, the biggest Little Green defender, on the smallest offensive player in Kuliza. Back out to Zimmerman. Zimmerman to O'Connell. Now down to DeLacy. He'll work one-on-one. Gets to the rim. Good little floater in the lane as he pivoted into his right hand through the lane. That's a 4-point game, 62-58. Bedford trails by 4. Dowell up top. Over to Akot. He'll come to the middle. Mao drives left-handed. Dishes to Dowell. Hot handle. Little scramble for the ball. Dowell collects it. Turns around for an easy deuce.
Now,
outlet pass here to O'Connell. He gets that deuce right back. 17 now for O'Connell. 2:45 left. 4-point game, 64-60. And Bedford digs in on defense. They find Castro in the corner. He almost gets the 3, but it rattles out, and O'Connell comes away with the defensive board. O'Connell picks up his dribble, gets it to Kuliza. Zimmerman now cutting O'Connell.
We get a timeout on Bedford.
I think we're going to have an off-ball foul on Akot. Away from the ball. It looked like he might have been holding, and that's a tough call right there.
That is his 4th. Didn't
quite see what it was. My attention was focused on the ball, but Kambani is going to go to the line, who's 2 for 4 on the evening for a 1-and-1. Gets the first to go. So he earns a second. Dylan Kambani's made some outstanding defensive plays this evening. Good loose ball. Action. Gets the second to rattle around, and that's good as well. 6 points now for Kambani. It's a 2-point game, 64-62. Castro into the front court. He drives hard. Ooh.
They're going to call a foul on that?
Drives hard.
Wow.
Zimmerman looked like he had all ball.
He absolutely had the ball.
And the referee thought he had either arm or gave a push. So Castro's going to go to the line. And that's Zimmerman's 3rd foul. Again, a little sketchy on that one.
Yeah, I mean, Castro was going up and he couldn't go anywhere because the hand was on the ball.
Yep. He'll get the front end. 4 points now for Castro. 2:13 left. Castro, bounce, bounce, bounce. He'll take the second, and he'll make the second.
That gives Castro 5 for the night.
5 points for him. And as he makes it difficult for Kuliza to get into the front court. Kuliza down to DeLacy in the corner, right corner. Back to to Kuliza. Kuliza finds Zimmerman, drives hard, finds Kuliza out top. He'll pull, can't get the 3 to go. Mao comes down with the defensive board, and he'll bring it up. He gets to his left hand, finds Montanez on the opposite side. That won't go, but Kuliza comes away with defensive rebound and finds a streaking O'Connell. Loses possession of the ball, gets it back, finds DeLacy. Zimmerman for 3. It's up, and it's good. 5 points now for Zimmerman. It's a 1-point game on that three-pointer, 1:31 left. And the Little Green clinging to a 1-point lead, 66-65, as Bedford has mounted another comeback here.
Great transition play both ways. Bedford really breaking out quickly, and O'Connell is first down the court, and luckily they're seeing him and getting the ball to him. Almost turned it over there, but he was able to get it right back inside and get the ball back to Zimmerman for that three.
Heads up play there, corralling his own loose ball. And as you said, they found Zimmerman, who was open from this right side of the arc. It looked good as soon as he shot it from here. You know, we're sitting right behind him in line with the basket. So we had a good shot of that attempt by Zimmerman. 3 points makes it 1 point Little Green lead.
And it's been an entertaining game the whole way. Central leading pretty much the whole game. The biggest lead for Bedford, I think, has been 1 point.
A big story has been the 1-and-1. Good foul shooting overall by Bedford Bulldogs. They've been able to scrap in. The next will put them into the double bonus, so they'll get an automatic 2 shots, while they only have 4 team fouls on the defensive end. So they have a few to give if they want and need.
Surprised they didn't pressure them on the inbound.
Montanez gives to Castro. Looks like Bedford's in their zone. And O'Connell comes away with the turnover. He gets to his right hand. Gets the foul as he drives hard to the rim, and Houghton will pick up his 4th.
Yeah, I think O'Connell's feeling it. I think he feels like he wants to take it through the defender because he'll either make the bucket and get an and one, or he'll get the 2-shot foul.
That's a smart offensive play as he's using his strength and ability to get to the rim. As you mentioned, usually good things happen when an offensive player is that aggressive. He hits the first, and we have a tie ball game. 66-66. 1:16 left in the game, as Bedford has had to mount 2 comebacks. 10 points in the first half here. In the second half, it was up to at least 8. As O'Connell steps in for his second, and that is true as well. O'Connell now with 19 points, and he's had himself a game. 3 from the line, several offensive breakouts in transition, at least 1 3-pointer that I can remember. Not sure if he had 2 in there, but
You're
at
talking
least
about
one.
O'Connell?
Yeah.
He's had 2 3-pointers.
2 3-pointers.
And he's had 7, 8, 13, 15 points just in the second half alone.
Yeah, so 19 total, some inside and outside. A couple of threes, 3 points from the line, several transition layups, a couple of nice mid-range jumpers. So he's shown wide range of ability there on the offensive end tonight.
Yeah, and he's been a bull. He's really been the first one down the court, and they've been finding him in transition, and he's drawing fouls from Central. Central's got 10 team fouls. Like you said before, they've got they're in the double bonus now. So any foul, they'll be getting 2 shots.
The foul trouble is relatively minor on the Bulldog side. Zimmerman has 3, Glace 2, and nobody else above 1. Houghton has 4 for the Little Green.
So does Quillicott, number 4. He's got 4 as well.
So inbound to Gasana as the Little Green trail by 1. Haven't said that much tonight. Over to Bailey. Bailey back to Gasana. Bedford is now in man-to-man defense, or switching up top on their guards.
And a foul called right there. I think it's on Kubani. And really, I don't agree with that one. I think Mawo was losing his balance and falling into him.
Yeah, Kambani's playing tough down low. Back to Akot and to Gasana.
Under 50 seconds.
Bedford's looking to double team Mawa down low.
Central
Gasana
might be playing for the last shot here.
Up top. That's going to be tied up. Yeah, great
Bedford
play.
Ball.
JT DeLacy gets a hand and ties up Gasana, and that possession arrow points to Bedford.
Yeah, I think Central is actually playing for the last shot, and Lisa noticed that the possession arrow is in favor of Bedford and decided to take his chance there, and he came away with the ball. He got the tie up.
Now inbounds, they look to double. Bedford will settle. They don't have to do anything, so they're going to look for a foul. Kaliza gets the ball, and he's fouled by Bailey, his fourth, and Kaliza will go to the line.
And Kaliza, one of the better foul shooters for the Bulldogs here, with a chance to put the Dogs up by 3.
Kaliza steps to the line.
Coach Moreno's got the whiteboard out, drawing some plays up for O'Connor and DeLacy. Oh, it just rimmed out. Wow.
That ball took a tour around the rim, peeked down at the net and said, not tonight, and came back out. So Kaliza misses the front end. Still a 1-point lead for Bedford, 33.3 seconds left. Kaliza steps to the line for his second, and that is true. So 3 for 6 on the night, on the line, from the line tonight for Kaliza. His 11 points has helped Bedford stretch out to a 2-point lead. And I think you're right. I think the little green, we're going to look to burn a bunch of time off, look for maybe the last shot. DeLacy got a hand in there, forced the jump ball, and the inbounds pass was true. They got it to Kaliza, who was then fouled once they got it into the front court. But that's a good observation there, Harry.
Yeah, but they won't be able to do it now. Possession arrow in favor of the little green. They're down by 2. Got to watch out for the 3-point shooters. Got to watch out for Bailey. We'll see if he comes into the game. He's been a 3 machine tonight.
Yeah, I would have guessed that they're going to try to get a strong drive to the basket with Mo handling the ball. You know, if they have an open 3, I agree. They're going to take that. But if I'm Coach Led, I'm looking to get a strong move to the basket. Hopefully get an easy 2 ties ball game, maybe get fouled.
Yeah, instead of giving them 3, do you think it might be worth fouling Central when it gets down to about 10 seconds? Bring them on the lines. At the worst, you'll be tied.
Yeah, they still have 2 fouls to give here, though. So they only have 5 team fouls. It'll take another 2 for them to get into a bonus situation. So,
and they bring everybody into the offensive end. No pressure on the inbound.
So Bedford looks like they're in a man-to-man defense. Akot dribbles, finds Houghton. Houghton drives to his left strong hand. Gets trapped there. Ooh, finds Montanez across the lane, who was open for a split second, but Kaliza makes a good defensive help play.
Yeah, Montanez with the rubber hands. The ball just bounced right out. Kaliza couldn't pull it in, though.
Akot with the 3 that you were talking about, but he's short. DeLacy gets the defensive rebound. He'll dribble out of pressure. He's doubled there now. Cross-court pass to O'Connell, who gets fouled.
That should be intentional.
I'm not sure that was intentional. It's just an aggressive play there. Akot will pick up the foul. His 3rd. Oh, that's 5. 5.
He's gone.
Okay.
Akot goes away.
Akot is out, one of the better scorers. We'll take a seat with 9.9 seconds left.
Well, he's not moving anyway. I think he's trying to stay low so the officials don't notice. Now he heads for the bench.
Well, hiding from the scoring table is not going to keep you in the game. Kudos to Akot for a nice game tonight, 13 points, but he picks up his 5th foul, and he will sit down. O'Connell comes to the line.
He could ice the game right here.
9.9 seconds left. A little strong on the front end, so he misses. And it is still a 2-point lead. A couple more bounces. O'Connell looks and swishes the second. So he has 20 on the evening. Hits the second, so he goes 4 for 5 from the line. It's a 3-point lead for Bedford, 69-66. And Coach Lett will look to draw up a 3-point play with the remaining 9.9 seconds.
And again, at this point, would you foul for 2? You've got, like I said, you're only at 5 team fouls. You
got 2 to give, though, right? So, you know, you let maybe 2 or 3 seconds come off the clock, right, Todd? Right? All right. You let 2 or 3 seconds come off the clock here. Then you take a foul. Then you let another 2 or 3 seconds come off when they inbounds, and you take another foul. Maybe go 1-and-1, and you secure the rebound. So Todd O'Connell sitting in front of us here. He's coaching from the stands. We love to see it. And we love to see the comeback that the Bedford Bulldogs have put together here this evening.
Yeah, this has been a terrific game so far. The Bulldogs just showing a lot of resilience coming back from deficits in the second. They were down 10 in the first half. I think they were down 7 or 8 in the second. and just clawed their way back and took a late lead and have hung on.
So here you go. The Little Green have to come full court. Houghton will inbound.
Will there be some pressure here?
Absolutely, there should be. And they
not.
should take a foul before they get into that shooting motion. And that's what they're going to do. DeLacy comes strong. And they burn off 5 seconds. And there are 4.7 seconds left as DeLacy takes the smart foul that we were talking about. And they burned off some time, precious time for the Little Green. Now they need a three-pointer.
Yeah, now they have to really hunker down.
Bailey looks to Mao. Mao gets it. Looks back to Bailey, who's hit a couple and cannot get the desperation three at the buzzer. Some frustration by the Little Green, but the Bedford Bulldogs come away with a good win tonight. Gutted it out in the second half as they come away with a three-point win, 69-66 over the Little Green.
You know, we mentioned Bailey being a three-point machine. He's had 3 of them tonight, and he got off that last one, and he kind of fell backwards trying to sell a foul, trying to see if the officials would give him a 3-shot, penalty here. Free throws, but couldn't sell it. Officials didn't give it to him, and the Bulldogs come away with a hard-fought win.
Great effort on both sides. Again, the Bulldogs come away with the 3-point victory. Led in scoring 3 players, TJ O'Connell with 20, JT DeLacy with 14, and with 11. Balanced scoring the rest of the way with 2s and 3s and 5s along the way. The Little Green were led by, Burrell Mao with 15. Looks like Quill Akkad had 13 and a few others with 9 and 8. But again, it wasn't enough to overcome the Bedford Bulldogs as they came back, pulled out a 3-point victory.
A really gutty win. You know, the last one, they've won their second in a row. The one they won over the weekend on Saturday was a 32-point win. That was kind of a laugher. This one, they really had to fight back, and it's a real quality win. I'm sure Coach Moreno's very proud of the boys. So congratulations to the Bulldogs. Corey, thanks for doing the game with me. Don't forget tomorrow at 3:45, we've got hockey with Exeter on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. And then basketball next week, we'll have Memorial, the boys here on Tuesday and the girls on Friday with Corey Munster-Tiger and I. So for both of us and George Cox on the camera, Bill Jennings on graphics, so long, everybody. Have a great night.